is up, guys? It's your boy It's here, and today we're playing CarX Drift Racing Online. I have changed my setup around in my room a little bit so the camera angle may look different, but other than that, in today's video I'm going to be bringing you guys another ultimate drift setup for 100 adhesion. This will also work on 90 adhesion, so feel free to use it on 90 adhesion if that's your thing. This is a class 4 car. It's a UDM 3, so if you don't know exactly where the car is, let me go ahead and show you guys really quick. You can find it right down here next to the Acer M1. Once you have the car, go ahead and equip the ultimate mod on the vehicle. Also, I just want to mention this does work for a controller and wheel with no assist on 720 and 900 degrees. So, alright, so for the body kit that I went with the missile body kit. So if you guys want to use the same kit, feel free to do so. I like the look of it. It kind of gives me like, Formula Drift vibes, so that's why I chose it. Alright, so for the dyno stand, your suspension. Front spring length is going to be 14, rear spring length is going to be 12, front spring stiffness 110, rear spring stiffness 105. Front damper fast bump is going to be 27,000. Rear damper fast bump is going to be 27,000. Front damper fast rebound is going to be 25,250. Rear damper fast rebound is going to be at 25,250. Front and rear damper bump is going to be 30,750. Front and rear damper rebound are going to be 28,500. Front toe 0.40. Rear toe negative 0.40. Front camera negative 2.60, rear camera negative 1.54, front and rear anti-roll bar at 25, caster at 10, accurate angle at 20%, max steering angle 60 degrees. For the wheels, your front and rear rim diameter are going to be 19. Front and rear tire width are going to be 325s. Yes, it can handle it. If you don't want to run 325s, you can modify the setup to run 280s, but the way that I have it set up, it runs 325s, and it definitely has the power to do so. It's bringing about 1200 horse, so it can definitely get sideways on those transitions. Front tire pressure 90, rear tire pressure 95, front and rear wheel adhesion 100. This also works for 90 adhesion. I found that a lot of my 100 adhesion tunes work for controller, wheel, and they also work on 90 adhesion, surprisingly so. Front wheel track is going to be 2, rear base is going to be a -2, front and rear tire profile 30%. For the engine, go ahead and turn everything all the way up to max. For the transmission, sequential, yes, deflect ratio 1.00, final drive 3.65, gear 1 3.35, gear 2 1.39, gear 3 1.21, gear 4 1.14, gear 5 1.09, and gear 6 is going to be 1.05. Now for the brakes, your brake torque is going to be 3,300, front brake bias 65%, ABS no, launch control tandems no. Alright, so let's go ahead and take this out to the track and give it a test run. I'm going to do my first run on the wheel, and then I'm going to do it on controller after. So let's do one run around the track on wheel. Oh, I think my controller just disconnected and glitched out my system there, but we're all good. So yeah, it's really good on wheel. You just got to be very, very gentle on that gas. Having 1200 horse, can cause it to be a bit spinny on the wheel if you don't have good throttle control. So I'll show you guys one thing that you can do to just prevent spinning out with higher horsepower cars on wheel. I'll give you guys a tip for that. Almost lost my drift right there, but we're good. Still got it. Holding it down. Alright. Not too shabby, not too shabby. Alright, so look. Here's a quick tip for my wheel players out there. So if you are on wheel and you find that you are spinning out due to struggling to, you know, have good throttle control, one thing you can do is go into your settings, go to controls, go to advanced settings, and you just want to go down here to linearity of accelerator and just turn that down just a little bit. As you see, I had mine turned down to a 0.9. I had it at 0.8, and then I put it at a 1. 1 is a little too much for me, so 0.9 is just, you know, not full. You don't have like full response, like, you know, off of a push, but at the same time you have like more of a gradual increase and you can control a little bit. So mess around with the linearity of the accelerator if you're experiencing that on wheel. But now let's go ahead and do a controller run. I'm going to be on my controller, as you guys can see here. So let's get it. So in my opinion, this tune is even better on controller. I mean, obviously it's better on controller unless you're like, you know, unless you've been playing CarX on wheel for like at least a year or two. But the controller settings are really good, and I'm only saying that just because, you know, I know a lot of you guys do play on a controller, and seeing the wheel clip first may throw you off and think maybe this is primarily a wheel tune. No, this tune was strictly made for a Formula Drift competition that I actually did the other day. I actually ended up winning that comp, or making it all the way to the end of the deathmatch, and I low-key like threw the win because, you know, I don't get anything out of winning my own comps. But like I said, this tune was solely based for controller comps. So if you do like Formula Drift or tandems or any comp related things, this is definitely going to be the controller tune for you, whether you play on 100 or 90, because like I said, this tune will work on 90 or 100. Now, if you switch it to a 90 and you don't like the way it feels and you know what you're doing, you could possibly, well, not even possibly, if you switch it to 90 and you've been tuning for a while, you could switch it to 90, make a couple adjustments, and, you know, it could work even better or fits your playstyle that much more. But that's all I really got to say about this tune. It's very viable. Yes, it does 360s. Pretty sure a lot of people are wondering that. And does it do reverse entries? Yes, it does reverse entries, as you guys can see here. Okay, I folded on that one. Let me go ahead and try that one more time. Biggest thing with reverse entries on 100 adhesion, 90 adhesion, you gotta make sure you got that entry down. If the entry's not there, the game is not very forgiving. So, alright, so boom, we got one right there. Let's go ahead and do one more, just to show a smoother one. So as you guys can see, it does do reverse entries. Pretty smooth, you know, these are some tight areas, but, you know, I'm still somehow managing to hold these down. Didn't get that one. See, the angle was off, got too much angle there. Yeah, see, that's the only thing I've still been learning on 100 adhesion, is getting the reverse entries down. I mean, like right there, as you can see, I just gassed into that. Like, I realized that the L2 method is more viable for the 120 adhesion rather than it is for, you know, 100 adhesion. Like, for 100 adhesion, I'm starting to realize that maybe tapping L2 for the reverse entries isn't the best idea. Maybe instead I could just try to gas into it like this, you know, and then hold it and then downshift. That looks a lot cleaner. Let me know what you guys think about that down below in the comment section. But hey, man, this has been your boy Ty-Skids playing CarX Racing Online today, man, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And if you did, make sure to subscribe, turn on post notifications, and drop a like for more banger content. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace.